Hey there, everyone. Mark Satterfield here. Good to have you join me. I'm looking at myself in the monitor and just got back from getting my hair cut. And hair's all poofy. You ever notice that? Every time you go get your hair cut, like the stylist, they do a great job of cutting it. But, you kind of leave there, you look all kind of like, unnatural in some ways because as much as they try, they can't get it to look like you normally look. So, anyway, not that you particularly care about that, but I felt compelled to share. Hey, look, hope you are having a great Thursday. And we got an article for you in the newsletter today that's over on LinkedIn. And there's a link right below this video to go grab that. And the focus is actually kind of a sneaky tactic to draft off of the success of other people. Because, look, quite frankly, none of us are born being the expert. That just doesn't happen. We, work our way up. We claw our way up step by step. It's a long, slow slog. There's obviously ways that you can accelerate it. I talk about that in the Affluent Marketing Blueprint that I hope you've read. But one of the things you can do when you start off is to draft off of the people that are the leading experts in your field. Now, I'm not saying copy them, and I'm not saying plagiarize, but there is a technique, and I outlined it in the article where you can leverage their fame and fortune and guru-dom to your own advantage. But the other, so that's one tactic I think you're going to find helpful. The other is just a little bit of motivation, which is, hey, stick with it, because none of us started off when, as I say, being the guru. In my world, there's a couple of guys at the very top of the pyramid. One guy you may have heard of by the name of Frank Kern. I knew Frank when he was running a dog training business. I thought the guy was, amusing. I thought he was smart as shit. But he was doing this dog training business, and then that morphed into him becoming, the marketing guru, and he's been enormously helpful to me over the years. Dan Kennedy, whose name probably means something to you if you're at all involved in the marketing world. I came across Dan when he was doing these, what do they call them, success summits. These great big things. I don't think they do it anymore. 3,000, 5,000 people in a stadium, and you'd get former presidents and former four-star generals and all sorts of celebrities would come out and talk. And then you get Dan at the end, who would talk about marketing, and he pitched this program called Magnetic Marketing, which of course I bought and then stuck it on the shelf for like a year and a half, which was a total dumbass move on my part. But I thought that Dan used an example of, I think it was a plumber and a painter, and I was saying, well, my clients aren't plumbers and painters, so what Dan teaches obviously can't isn't applicable to me. And that was just like a stupid ass decision. So finally I brought it down from the shelf after some people really recommended him to me, and went, holy cow, this guy has got it going on. This is a good process. And for me personally, that was the turning point about how to use direct marketing tactics and strategies to get prospective clients to raise their hand and express that initial interest in who we are and what we do. And then through ongoing communication, build that trust, build that credibility, and move them from prospect to actual engaged, enthusiastic clients. And he was the guy that really figured out how to use direct response in all sorts of businesses that hadn't historically used it. And it's kind of old school now, but man, back in the day, that was eye-opening. But I say it's old school, but one of the things is go to your website, and are you offering some sort of free piece of information that speaks to the concerns, the worries, the desires of your target audience? And if the answer is no, question becomes, why not? I mean, do you really expect someone's going to go to your website, go to your social media post? Do you think really anybody is going to respond to your LinkedIn? I get these all the time, messages saying, hey, I'm a guy who does this, buy this, get on my calendar to talk to me about this. I mean, that's the first freaking thing that comes out of their mouth. And, look, I mean, I don't know who your customers and clients are. I mean, I'm assuming it's the affluent market because that's what I do. And if you're not focused on people who can afford what you have to offer, I'm really not somebody you should be paying the least bit of attention to. But if you are focused on the affluent market, you got to build this relationship first, and then you sell them stuff. Okay, so how do we build a relationship? Well, we offer them something that is intriguing and interesting. And so if you go to your website, if you go to your social media posts and you're not offering something, well, that's on you, and that's your decision, obviously. But I can tell you, after doing this for 30 years with over, I don't know how many clients, we've been in over 24 different niche industries, all focused on affluent marketing. And I tell you, this is the core structure. And, get them to raise their hand, get them to express that initial interest in who you are, and then build that trust and credibility. So, look, I'm only so many times I can say that. But the article today, I think it's kind of a cool tactic. I've used it. My clients have used it. It's worked well for me. It's worked well for them. Give it a shot. I think it will work well for you too. All right. So that's what I got for you today. I'll have some more stuff for you tomorrow. Certainly do appreciate your referring all this over to other people you think might benefit from it. And until we do connect again tomorrow, this is Mark Satterfield. Bye for now.